Welcome to my bathroom. Welcome to the Fluffy Tail household, where there's nothing but good fuzzy vibes here. Today I wanted to show you how to properly take care of your makeup, colored contacts, and any makeup accessories. This video was requested by a few people. They didn't know how to properly care for their products, and they wanted me to make a video showing you how you can care for your products. This doesn't have to pertain to cosplay, it can pertain to everyday makeup use. But here are a few tips and tricks that I know as a cosplayer over 10 plus years, and also having a technical theater degree and taking theater makeup. The tools you'll need for your colored contacts are pretty simple. Have your colored contact cases all ready. I have an extra case I don't use, one of the clear ones. I'm going to put my colored contacts into these while I'm cleaning out my animal cases. You need solution. I use just regular eye solution, nothing too expensive, nothing too crazy, and a clean rag. Okay, I'm going to guide you step by step on how to clean your contact cases and make sure that your contacts stay well hydrated and sanitary. You want to make sure that your hands are clean and free of any grease or grime when you're touching your colored contacts. This is where this extra case comes in handy. We're going to transfer these contacts to this case without any solution because we're going to dump out this solution. You'll just want to take the contact on your finger and scrape it into the bottle. If you don't feel comfortable using your finger, there are contact like little suction cup picks that you can use, and you can use that to get your contacts out and put them in the empty container. So now that they're in the empty container, we're going to take our container from before and dump out the solution. So to clean your contact case, you're just gonna run some cool water, and you're just kind of gonna rub it with your hand. Make sure you get all the crusty stuff on the edge, because sometimes the solution builds up on the edge right here and it'll make it all crusty. Okay. You'll want to get the lids too. Get the tops of the lids really well. After that, you're gonna take your clean rag and you're gonna wipe everything down. You don't want to use any soap or any other products with this, because if you don't clean your contact case properly and you end up using soap or any other kind of solution, it could mix with your new solution that you're going to put into the container, and it could infect your eyes. So just regular water and wiping down the case. Make sure it's nice and dry and clean. All right, that's clean. Make sure to get the lids as well. There we go. Now you're gonna refill up your case with your solution. I don't put too much in there, just enough to go above the little ridges in the cup. And I'm going to take my contacts, pop them right back in there. And there we go, a clean contact case. You're going to want to do this for all your contacts and your contact cases at least once a month. Twice a month is more recommended, but this will keep your contacts nice and clean and available and lasting longer because they do have an expiration date. But as far as my contacts go, they've lasted for at least a year or more. Now I'm going to teach you how to clean off your fake eyelashes. For me, I have cases for each of my lashes, not only to keep them nice, but to keep them clean and away from each other. For this project, you're just going to need a clean paper towel and some Dawn dish soap. Before you fill up your sink with lukewarm water and the Dawn dish soap, you're gonna pick off some of the glue off your eyelashes. There may be some residue on there, and you'll want to get that off thoroughly before you dunk them in your little makeshift bath. When pulling the glue off, you want to be as gentle as possible. You don't want to break your eyelashes. You just want to clear any thick clumps of residue that may not come off in the bath. You're going to do this for all your lashes until they're smooth on the rim of the lash. You don't want your sink to be too high, just shallow enough to where you can just pop your lashes in. You don't want to lose them. Spread away some of the bubbles so you can see them at least. You're just going to want to take each lash and rub it really gently, not too hard. Especially get the top, get all the glue I kind of just splash it around in the water a little bit. And I'll do this with all the lashes for a bit, and then I'll let them sit in their little tub. Some of them might try to get stuck underneath the drain. You want to save them. So I would say leave them for 5 to 10 minutes at the most. Let them soak in the water, and then we're going to drain the water and lay them out on the paper towel. I only do 3 sets of lashes at a time because that's how much a case holds. But you're just going to let these air dry now. You're not going to do much to them. You don't want to compromise them. And that's how you clean your lashes. Our sink adventure is almost done, you guys, I promise. There's one last thing we have to do at this station. So, we're gonna clean off our makeup brushes. And we're gonna basically do the same thing as we did with the lashes. Fill up the sink about halfway, put in some Dawn dish soap, and gently rub off the makeup on top of our brushes and let them soak for a while. Now, you can also do this with sponges if you have a beauty blender, for example, but I have these little disposable wedge sponges, so I just prefer to throw these away after a couple of uses. Once your sink is a good amount of full, you're just gonna chuck your brushes in. And what I like to do is I like to rub my fingers through all the little fibers to get the makeup off. As you can see, my water is a little gross, a little pink, so we're gonna drain that and we're gonna refill it, and we're gonna soak off all these brushes and then lay them out to dry. Now that your brushes are in clean water, you can clean off any remaining residue and then leave them in here for 5 to 10 minutes. After you let them soak, we're gonna rinse them off and lay them on our paper towel. I squeezed some of the excess water out of the brushes, but you're just gonna wanna put them on your drying station. So I have these eyelashes right here. I did clean off the makeup cases, so I'm gonna put the brushes somewhere on the bottom. To further cleaning your makeup, I like to clean off the outside of my palettes or the outside of my lipstick tubes, and I just do that with a simple Lysol wipe. Nothing fancy. But I'll take my palette case and I'll just rub off the top, rub off the outside, even on the inside. You can see how much residue there is from the eyeshadow. So we're just gonna wipe that away, or as much of it as we can. Okay. Now, for the inside of your palette case, there will be a lot of residue left on the inside. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna tap it into the sink, and then I will show you a nifty trick to further sanitize your palette. Now, you can go in between the pans and clean off any excess makeup with the Lysol wipe, but it's not necessary. It's just another level of clean. But here is the trick I really want to show you guys. So you're gonna take a little spray bottle, and in this spray bottle, it has rubbing alcohol, 70% rubbing alcohol. So a lot of professional makeup artists do this. You necessarily don't have to do this. It's just another level of sanitation. It will not harm your palette, I promise you. I've done this plenty of times. But it's just another level of sanitation for your palette, and all you do is spritz your palette. You're not gonna saturate it, you're just gonna spritz your palette. And what this does is it will eradicate any bacteria that may be growing on the palette. Because if you think about it, we dip our brushes in our palettes and then put it in our eye, and we'll dip our brushes again. Or we'll use our fingers that have grease or whatever built up on them, and we'll put them on our palette. And our palette is not very sanitary afterwards. So there's a little trick. I'm gonna do this away from my eyes so it doesn't get in my eyes. But you're gonna hold the bottle a little bit of a distance away. This one sprays like really hard, so I'm gonna hold it a little bit of a distance. But there we go. Just simple, little spritz. It's gonna smell a little bit like a doctor's office up in your bathroom or wherever you clean your makeup, but you're just gonna wanna leave your palette up to air dry, and it'll get rid of the bacteria. In 1 to 2 minutes, my palette is already dry. It already looks good. It even smells really good, even though it smells kind of like a doctor's office, like I said. But I know that my makeup is now sanitized and ready to go for the next convention. And there you have it. Everything's clean and ready to go. I hope this video helped you guys in any way possible. This doesn't have to pertain to just cosplay. Like I said, it can be any makeup routine in general, but these are just some ways that I know to keep my makeup station clean and to keep my accessories and colored contacts clean. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you later. Bye!